Welcome everybody. Welcome to another exciting WebTV video. So today I want to go over the new custom build for the WebTV Plus, the one with the hard drive. Unfortunately, it's only available for the regular old Plus, not the Derby yet. But yeah, I want to go over it and show you everything that's changed. Alright, so it starts up the same way. Basically what we did is just kind of like redesigned everything. Everything's been redesigned, redone, all sorts of new features, all sorts of new things going on here. And I'm just going to go over everything as quickly as I can, just to show you what it's all about. Basically the purpose is, so if you can't get your WebTV online, we got servers now and all that stuff, but if for whatever reason you can't get it online, this gives you the ability to do a few things with your WebTV. So you can play games like MAME, Doom, You Don't Know Jack. We got some checkers on there. We got crossword puzzles. And the best game of them all, Tic-Tac-Toe. So, what else do we got? We got music. I got a little rock music on there, just kind of like for testing purposes. And we got some other things that you can play around with. So let me go over. First up is MAME. So, I don't know if anybody watching this has ever used the previous custom build, but this one has a more improved version of MAME. So, my buddy Emac did some wizardry with the main code, and that enabled me to go ahead and add a bunch more games. So now it has a bunch more games, and I did a couple other tweaks. So I added a proper exit button to MAME, so now when you exit it, you don't have to unplug your box or enter in power off codes or anything to get out of MAME. It actually exits MAME properly. So that's MAME. Next we got Doom. So now we got a few versions of Doom. So we got regular Doom, you got free Doom, and you got Chex Quest, which is basically just another version of Doom. So also in here we got some Doom tips, and of course we got the Doom music. Maybe you want to jam out to some Doom midis without going in the game. We got those. We got those right here. Alright, there's that. I'm not going to start up any of the games because y'all know what they are, what they do and all that stuff. Next up, we got You Don't Know Jack. So we just got a little introduction page here where you can start the Jack demo. Table of contents here. You know, cool game. Fun little game. So we got your checkers. And I also did a little update to checkers, so now you got some sound effects going on here, and did a little update on the messages. So basically, you know, if you win, it plays a little sound. If you lose, it plays a sound. If you do something stupid, like make a stupid move or a legal move, it'll play a sound. So that's checkers. And then crosswords. So, yeah, we got the crosswords, and basically it's fully functional with the exception of saving your progress. So in order to save your progress, you would have to connect to the HackTV mini server, and you could play the games online there. But if you can't get connected for whatever reason, you don't have the stuff to get connected, you can still play the crosswords. They work, they function. It's all good. Alright, next. The best game of them all, hands down, Tic-Tac-Toe. So this game also got a little bit of an update. We put some sound effects in here, and instead of JavaScript alerts, it just shows little messages. So there you go. I won. Congratulations. So it keeps your score, so you can go new game, and it'll clean it out there for you. You start a new game, it'll keep your score. We'll let the web TV win this time.
Loser.
Boom. I'm a loser. Okay. So that's Tic-Tac-Toe. Best game ever. Next up, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but so all these pages have been redone to everything matches now for the most part. Everything matches. It's all kind of like a theme. Whereas the previous builds, everything was just a mishmash. I just kind of had everything mishmashed there. There was no real theme or anything like that. So now we got a theme. But anyways, so we got the music. And a couple things have changed up here. So we got karaoke. And we got karaoke working good now. So, yeah. Okay. So karaoke. Awesome. Now, in previous builds, you would have to, on the previous custom build, you'd have to boot into, like, some other build in order to get karaoke to work. And even then, you know, so, like, if you played a karaoke song and you backed out of it, the stupid WebTV would automatically want to dial. So, that's been all taken care of. So now, you can click on a song. I'll just pick one real quick here. And it'll start playing. We got custom background too. And when you back out of it, boom, it doesn't want to dial. You're just right back to the list, and you can sing karaoke with your family and friends all night long. Because why? Because it's fun. You know what? I may even make a video of myself doing some karaoke. So there's that. You know, so we got all the same stuff that we had before, like all the original WebTV MIDIs. They're all here. And we got like a nice little built-in audio scope here, so when you're listening to the MIDIs, you can watch the audio scope do things. Got all the original RMFs from WebTV. Mostly, I'm going to say, for the most part, we have almost all the original music. I'm sure there's some I'm missing, but I have so much music, and it's kind of scattered everywhere, so I'm sure I'm missing some, but for the most part, it's all here. We got the Web Blitzer. So, some dude at WebTV made this a long time ago, like back in 1997. And apparently, this dude was very proud of this creation that he had made. So, it needs to be on here. I don't know if that guy who created this will ever see this video or ever see his creation still being used today, but here it is. And, you know, this is the original classic. So if you had an original classic back in the day, like the real, you know, the old one, it had this page. You could go to this page, and it had most of these songs. I added a couple, but this is kind of what the page looked like. It's just basically a recreation of that page with some extra songs, but so yeah, I thought it would be cool to have that in there. And there's that. So there's music. Then we got the rock. We got the rock music. Now, right now I'm using an SD card, so things kind of load a little slow and things are a little sluggish. Also, I have a really crappy capture card that I'm using to capture this footage, so trust me, it looks a lot better on like your TV than it does through this terrible $3 capture card that I'm using. Anyways, so so the MIDI sounded terrible on the previous version of the Hack TV custom build, and so I went through them all and did some stuff, and they definitely sound a little better. Okay, so I'm sorry if you don't like my selection of music, but I mean, this is more or less just a test. And also there is some cool stuff that we can do, and I'll go over that later. So we can actually update this page, you know, sometime down the road if we wanted to. So, you know, we could put, you know, if people end up using this custom build a lot, and they're using the Hack TV server, you know, enough people, we could, you know, put user requests on, and they can download updates and stuff. So anyways, I'll just play like something real quick here so you can kind of see the effect. I won't play it too much because YouTube, but you see there with that, I tried to go with some kind of like media player kind of effect there with that. Now I don't know if you guys like remember the Windows XP and the Windows Media Player. I don't know, had that like when you played music, it had that kind of I don't even know what to call it, but it had the kind of effect where, you know, like, I don't even know what to call it, but I tried to do that with the WebTV, and it's just kind of funny. So anyways, we got the tech infos. I won't click on this because but you can get an idea of what that looks like with the preview image there. So it basically just tells you technical information about your web TV. So, and all, you know, all these previous videos that I made back in the day, you know, there wasn't really, who cared? Who cares if someone saw your SSID? Big deal. We didn't have a server at the time, you know, or we did, but it was only, you know, for us, nobody knew it was going to be available public. So now we got a public server, and so yeah, if you have a web TV, try to keep your SSID private, because, you know, people will mess around with it. Not that it's really a big deal, but just putting that out there. Next, we still got the HTML viewer here, where you can input your own HTML code, and you can preview it and mess around. So we still have that. And, you know, there's ideas for this too, like being able to save your work. So that's an update that I would like to do at some point, and it can probably be done. It can definitely be done. So it's just a matter of doing it. So there are more updates to come. Also, I didn't do it in this version, but I wanted to have like a theme select, where you could select a theme for this whole user interface. So, and that's also a definite possibility. I already played around with it a little bit, and it can be done. I got a buddy, Zeffy, who was going over that with me. He also contributed one of the next features that we're going to be looking at here. So we're going to go into tricks, and I kept tricks looking like the original WebTV tricks. Alright, so in here, you know, there's all your stuff that you can do. You got the Hack TV info, so that's basically like tech info, except it tells you a bunch more stuff. Client version, that's for like really new builds, like 2.8, 2.9, debug builds. Client control, you know, same thing, newer debug builds, that works on. VFAT hacks will work. Disk hacks will work. Upload download file, that also requires a debug build. Client shell services, you know what that is. Blast your NV RAM. So the debugger and the setup only works in debug builds. Got the go-to panel, and then you got the build select. So now on the build selector here, this is a creation of Zephy. So in previous Hack TV builds, I used to have a link that you could click on and you could boot into an alternate build. So Zephy decided to take that a step further, and now you can still boot into your alternate build that I have on there, but if you want to swap that alternate build out with something else, we have some available here. So you got 2046, super old, probably not going to work with very much of anything. Then you got the old Hack TV build, the 3833, which is basically 2.2. You got Hack TV mod for 7181, which is basically 2.5. You got that in both flavors. You got debug and non-debug. Then we got some unmodified stuff here. 7665, which is 2.6, I believe. And then 16467, which is the last build they ever made. So 2.9. So yeah, you can install any one of these builds as your alternate build, and it will replace the one that's up here now. At any time, you can come to this page, and you can launch that alternate build, so you could boot into it. So there's some reading material here that you might want to check out before you do anything. Also, in the more info area, there's definitely some warnings and information that you might want to go over before doing any of this stuff. So there's all that. That's all the trick stuff. Well, there is one more thing. QWAD4X4. So if you enter in another password, you can just access some stuff that I put in here. So if you have had the previous Hack TV builds, you know this image. It's an old 90s little tiny image from the 90s that I've had on here forever, so it's staying here. But then we got a secret episode of South Park that will play on your web TV. Actually, I have quite a few episodes that would play, but I only put one on just so you can check it out. So if you want to check that out, you can. QWAD4X4 is the password. What else? All right, we're almost done. We got Connect setup. So if you want to connect to whether it be the Hack TV miniserve, the Revival servers, private, you got Zephy's miniserve. These here are pretty much nothing useful for most people, and then of course LAN for Zephy and my LAN. Those are not useful for anybody else. Or some other server, you just come down here and punch in the address, punch in the port, and you're good to go. So there's that, and then finally you got check for updates, which will automatically just bam connect you to the Hack TV mini server, and there is an area there where you can check if there's any new updates available, whether it be maybe a change to this homepage or something else. So that's what that link does, and then we have a modified TV home. So if you click on this, it takes a minute to load, especially if you're using an SD card. It takes a minute for the page actually switch over. All right, so there's the custom TV home page. So a lot of stuff in TV home is pretty much pointless, but it's here, and there is a little message there that says, you know, some Hack TV features won't work in TV mode. So once you go into TV mode, you're in TV mode, and it screws things up. So now, if we go back, let's say, for example, go back into Tricks, and you can see that the options bar is gone now, and you know it says you're in TV mode. TV mode fucks shit up. So TV mode does. So lots of things won't really work 100% once you're in TV mode. So the only way to fix that really is to connect to a server. That'll fix it, no problem. Or you can power off the box. Or if you attempt to dial and you get that pop-up, you know, that says try again or options, click on options, and then you'll see a little Hack TV logo. Just click on that Hack TV logo, brings you back to the home page, and basically fixes everything. So you're out of TV home. TV home is poop. It's stupid, but it's there, so it is somewhat functional. So that's it for the custom build. I think it came out good. We had a lot of help with this. We had help from EMAC. We had help from Zephy. I put all the pieces together, and actually, we got to credit Paul, because Paul actually, my buddy Paul actually sent me on a fishing expedition, basically, which ended up me finding the Doom code that I had lost for 20 years. So, gotta credit Paul, and of course, we gotta credit Server Dude. Server Dude is always helping with all sorts of stuff. So, thanks for everybody who helped, and I think we put together a pretty good project here. And I think anybody who downloads and installs the new Hack TV build, I think they'll be happy with it. Everything functions good, and everything works good. Lots of nice new features, and of course the best features being Karaoke and Tic-Tac-Toe. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with some more super exciting WebTV videos shortly. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.